Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Come Mod With Me. Now, I've been reading your feedback, and it's been very good feedback actually. And I'm not going to do 2 Come Mod With Me episodes a week. We didn't hit 50 likes the last video, but instead I'm going to change things up. I've listened to some of the feedback, and instead what I'll do is when I reach 50 subscribers, for that big number of 50 subscribers, I will do something special. I will do 2 mods every week from that point, like Tuesday and Thursday. So you mod addicts out there can get all that you want. But in saying that, before we get to that point, for all of you subscribers out there, I want to say a thank you. And by that, I'm going to be doing some bonus modding tutorials. They're not going to air on any specific day. I'm not going to upload them on a specific day like I do Come Mod With Me. It's going to be random, so if you're subscribed, you'll know when they come up. And there'll be things to do with specific questions that have been asked in these tutorials in the comments. So if you have a question, put it in the comment, and I'll try to hit it with a bonus tutorial. And there's a couple I'm already going to be doing. So between now and next week, I should be putting out 1 or 2 bonus mod tutorials. So they're not going to be as long as a Come Mod With Me episode. They're not going to be 20 to 35 minutes long. They're more than likely going to be 5 to 10 minutes, and they're going to cover a specific topic. For example, special properties for a sword. Like, I know we went over some properties last time in general of how to do it, but we'll go through the nitty-gritty. I was reading through some of the comments last time, and some people had some good comments, and that's where I will just take the sword and I'll show you what each thing does, and I'll show you a bunch of different things you can do with it. Yeah, so if you have a question, put it on the comments, and I will try to get a video out, 5 to 10 minute video of how you can do that. Okay? Okay, the first thing we're going to do today is create a tool. We're going to create a pickaxe, and we're going to create a shovel. I'm not going to show you how to create a hoe, because to be honest, you don't need another type of hoe. You just don't. There's no point. Unless you're creating a specific tool set like a desert tool set. So if you're stuck in the desert, especially with the larger biomes in 1.3.1, you can use sandstone to make your tools. But to be honest, you dig deep enough, you get rock, right? So there's almost no point. Yeah, so don't worry about that. But instead, we're going to create a pickaxe and a shovel. If you remember, we already created an axe. This is more of a weapon than an axe, but it works. Notice it extends the item tool, so it is an axe, but we've actually made it a weapon by adding weapon damage to it, if you remember from last time. So this time, we're going to use item tool, just like we did this time, except this time we're going to create a pickaxe and a shovel. We're going to make a redstone axe and a redstone pickaxe and a redstone shovel. So let's go to item and check out item spade. Where are you? There we go. We're going to copy all of this, and we're going to create a new file called item tutorial spade.java. Don't forget the .java, otherwise you create a text file and it won't be recognized. Now just hover over item spade, click rename type 2, and it'll change everything for you. Now this is where you can get some good customization. Like right here, if you see down here, this is what the shovel is effective against. It's effective against grass, dirt, sand, gravel, snow, block clay, tilled field, slow sand, and mycelium. So it's effective against those, which is really cool. But you can add your own to this. When you create your own block, you can actually add your block to be effective with this as well. But if you look, this is very small, this item tutorial spade. Not a lot to it. But we want to do some special things to this item tutorial spade. We're going to add an integer here. Int par 3, int par 4. So with these 2 new integers we created, we're going to tell it kind go to its tool type, and we're going to change a few things in tool type. Now to do that, open up item tool, and you can see we have here efficiency on proper material, tool material, block effectiveness against, max stack size 1, max damage. We can change this. We can actually set this in the one previously. Damage versus entity, we can change that as well. So let's change this, copy, and put it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to par 3. Okay, so it doesn't matter what we use for the material. We can use rock, we can use stone. That's going to be what we call the enchantability and the harvest and the ability that it has to harvest. Int par 3 and int par 4. Int par 3 is going to set max damage to the item, so that means you can change it to whatever you want. Okay, so we'll get rid of this integer here because you can't actually make any other adjustments without changing the enum tool type. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this here. All this is going to tell us is the power that this item is going to have. Do you want to like diamond? With as well the max use. With the max uses, we're actually changing here. Set max damage. So that's going to change with this. So even though we choose emerald, emerald material, which is actually diamond. I don't know why they call it emerald. It's actually diamond because there are emeralds added to the game, so it's going to get confusing now. But yeah, so we can actually change the amount of damage, the amount of uses. So we can have something like diamond with less uses, something like stone with a lot more uses, sort of thing. Even things out. So that's basically it for the spade. You could, like I said, you could change the types of blocks it's effective with. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Okay, next on the agenda is we're going to create a pickaxe. A new type of pickaxe. So let's go in here, item, tutorial, pickaxe. Let's change this. There we go. And don't forget .java. And here we are. Now to change this, let's just find the pickaxe, item pickaxe, Control A, Control C, Control V. Okay. All you got to do is come up here and hover over it and change it. There we go. Now what this is doing, here we have, it's obviously telling it what type of material to use, what block it's effective against, but something else we want to add to this is int par 3. Again, being able to change the uses, and that's set max damage. We're going to set max damage to par 3, and that should go away. Yep, okay. So we're going to change the amount of uses available. Now, what this is right here, can harvest block. It's going to go through a number of things right here. Okay, and what this is telling it is if it can actually harvest this block. Now we all know block obsidian you can only harvest with diamond. The reason being is the tool material of diamond is equal to 3. That's the harvest level. Get harvest level. Harvest level 2 is the iron and gold pick. Going through here, block steel, block lapis. Block lapis, however, and block steel are harvestable with 1. That's the stone pickaxe. Redstone ore, however, is only with gold and iron. Basically, iron and above. And of course, rock material is always true. You can break rock with anything. And return block material. Okay, that's just saying whether or not the block material is equal to iron. If it is equal to iron, it's going to turn out false, I believe. Block steel, block gold, block diamond. Yeah, I believe it will. Yeah, okay. So that's what that's doing. You can add yours in here or change them. If block is equal to obsidian, you can do return tool material get harvest is equal to 3. Basically, that's saying if the harvest tool is equal to 3, then it'll be true, and then you can harvest it. But you could change this to say if I'm going to have to add another integer here, int par4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to call this private static, no, not private static. We're going to call this int harvestable. And what this is going to do is we're going to have it equal to 0 to start off with. And what par4 is going to do is going to change harvestable is equal to par4. Now what we can do with this is we can now change what block it can harvest. So let's say if our harvestable is greater than 3. I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Yep. If harvestable is greater than 3, then we'll automatically return true. And what this is doing is we can actually decide whether or not we want our tool to be harvestable against obsidian. So even though it's, let's say we use rock as the tool because that's the type of tool we want to create, a lower end rock, but it can actually still harvest obsidian like our redstone. Our redstone pickaxe is going to be the same material as rock. It's going to have more uses than rock, and it's going to be able to harvest obsidian. It's going to take a lot longer to harvest obsidian, but it allows you to harvest obsidian at an earlier stage, which is quite cool. I mean, right? And you don't have to damage your diamond pickaxe. So there we go. So long as harvestable is greater than 3. So it starts off 0. So unless we put something greater than 3 in there, it's not going to do anything. And that means you can do other things like here, block diamond ore. It only allows 2. But let's say stone is not obviously 2. It has to be greater than or equal to 2. Stone, I believe, is 1. And to find that out, just go to enum, tool material. Let's open that up. And we have wood, stone, iron, emerald, gold. Emerald is another word for diamond. Okay, I don't know why it's like that, but anyway, so let's see. We have the level of material this tool can harvest. We have the max uses allowed. We have the efficiency on the proper material, damage versus entity, and this one here is the enchantability. So wood is a 0, stone is a 1, iron 2, emerald 3, gold is a 0. That's interesting, but okay. Iron and gold. So gold can't harvest that much, so you might not want to use gold. But let's say you did take gold because you have an awesome. Look at the enchantability, 22. So let's say we want our redstone torch to be very enchantable, have a very high. Look at the amount of how fast this tool can harvest something. That's 12F compared to diamond, which is 8F. But only has 32 uses. Well, we can change that. In our item tutorial, where are we? Pickaxe. Let's say we use gold as a material, but we change the amount of uses from 32 to 300. And then the harvestability, we raise that up in the par4 to make it greater than 3, which means it'll harvest obsidian, and you can actually harvest these other things as well, which is pretty cool. So you can just copy and paste this. What we'll do instead is we'll take this out and we'll just put up here, if harvestable is greater than 3, return true. It'll harvest every block if it's greater than 3. And then you can specify which ones you want the certain ones to do. So if we make a redstone pickaxe 3 here, greater than 3, sorry, it has to be 4, it'll harvest every block in the game. You can even do it so that if par1 block is equal to bedrock, return true. Now I know it's an unharvestable material, but there are ways to actually harvest if you wanted to. Alright, so now that we've done that, and that looks all good, let's save it. And let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of item tool. And item tutorial, so we're not going to work on that right now. Same with tutorial X. Alright, Now we're on our mod tutorial page, and what we need to do is add two more things. Control Home, C, and Control V, and we're going to call this pickaxe. Oops. Pickaxe red, and we're going to call this one spade red. And we're going to copy one of these. We'll copy this one here. And change this to tutorial spade, tutorial pickaxe. And obviously, oh, that's right. This needs to change to 2. This needs to change to 3. Okay, new item tutorial, pickaxe, 503, enum tool, tutorial gold, 5. Change this to, oops. Pickaxe, red, and change this to spade red. Am I getting what am I getting what's wrong here? Int tool material int. What's the pickaxe say? Par 1. Ah, that's right, par 4. Okay. Now remember, with tutorial spade, that's the damage, that's right. This one is how many, these two are how many uses. So let's do 200 uses is the norm for these. 200. And put a comma here because we need to set what it can harvest. The harvest level, let's make it 4. So it can harvest all the blocks in the game. This is going to be spade red and pickaxe. Oops, pickaxe red. Alright, that's all good. Now we need to create another one of these. Control C. A lot of this is copying and pasting. And name this pickaxe. Icon index. Actually, I do have an icon index. I made some icons while I was the other day while I wasn't busy. Mod loader dot add override, and we're going to override GUI items dot png with, I believe, let's just copy this. And it's going to be, what's this, pickaxe? Pickaxe red.png. And let's change this one to the same thing. Let's copy the whole thing actually this time. Because I actually did make one for the axe, so we don't have to use 60. And let's make this axe red. And this one do the same. This time it's going to be spade. Oops. Not to be confused with neutering a female. A female dog, that is. Okay, so this is we have to change to spade. Pickaxe, axe, sword. Same with this. We need to change this to pickaxe. And we're going to name it redstone. Pickaxe. And this is going to be redstone shovel. I believe they're called shovel in the game. Pretty sure. Okay. And then we need to add a recipe. Let's copy this. I did get a question about recipes. I am going to cover that in a bonus video, so don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. It's just going to be in a bonus video. The question about how to make a horizontal recipe. We'll actually go over a bunch of different recipe stuff. And then shovel. Okay, now with shovel, you can actually do it like this. Oops. So as long as they are all in a row, like so, boom, 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 you'll get a shovel. Oh, I did shovel, didn't I? Not spade. And for the pickaxe, well, you know what a pickaxe looks like. Alright. No errors, so let's test it out. Okay. We actually did get an error this time, so let's take a look at what the error is. Image not... that's right. Haha. Don't forget, if you have images, I put them all in the tutorial file here. Whoops, if you heard that, let me turn my volume down. Okay, so if you see, I did add these in, so what I need to do, and what you need to do, is go into your Minecraft mod file, my first mod, whatever you named it, jars, bin, and then open up Minecraft. Right click and open with WinRAR. Okay, let's drag and drop this back in here. Hit OK. That should be done. Good. Can't believe I forgot to do that. Alright, let's try that again. Here we go. There should be no errors this time. Let's go into our creative world that we have. And let's make... Yep, there we go. Oh, see, there's our axe red. And this will do damage to mobs as... Ooh, quit lagging. Where are we? There you are. If you remember, this actually does knockback from our tutorial. Yep. And I can't really test this out because I'm in creative, so... Anyway, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's make ourselves a few more things. Okay, for our shovel, there it is. Oh. Okay, something happened in our code. This is what I was talking about. If you get your code mixed up, it's gonna have that weird little purple box right there. It means something went wrong with the naming. So this might not actually be the shovel. It might be something else. There's our pickaxe. Yep, that's right, redstone pickaxe. I must have forgot something. Alright, what else do we create? Axe and pickaxe. Okay. And this harvest level will be just about the same as diamond, but unfortunately we are in creative mode. So you can test this out. It just takes a while to test out outside of creative mode because, as you can see, it's redstone. So let me show you a quick way around that. Now obviously there's an error. Let me see where it is. Redstone, red axe, pickaxe, spade. Aha, here it is. See? Spade red, axe red. So let's change that to spade red. That's the problem. See, what it did is it actually took red axe and renamed it stone shovel. Redstone shovel. Here is a quick and easy way to test your stuff out in non-creative mode. Come down here, type mod loader dot add shapeless recipe, and of course you want to do new item stack, and we want to put sword. Actually, we won't worry about the sword red. What we're trying to do is we're trying to check it for spade red and give us one of those. Nah. Get out of that. Get out of that. Escape. There we go. See, it tries to fill it in for you, but it doesn't really know what you're doing. So hit escape if it does that for you. New object. And put a semicolon. And now what a shapeless recipe is, you just put whatever you want down. You don't actually create the crafting table up here. It's whatever you want. So let's make it block dot dirt. Okay, so one block of dirt's gonna get a spade. Copy, Control C, enter, whoop, Control V, enter, Control V. Okay, so let's copy this, Control C. 2 blocks of dirt are going to make a pickaxe. Red. And 3 blocks of dirt is going to make a axe red. So what this is basically telling Minecraft is it doesn't have to be in any specific order. But as long as there's 1 block of dirt, you'll get a spade, 2 blocks of dirt, a pickaxe, 3 blocks of dirt, a regular axe. So let's save that and play. what that does is just a good way to test your mod. Obviously, you want to delete those before you publish your mod, otherwise people have a quick and easy way of getting these tools when they should actually have to work for them. Oops, I did it again. Exit out of hat. Single player, create a new world. Survival, create new world. Okay, whoa. There we go. Look at all these flipping chickens. Okay. Let me just turn some things down here. Video settings. Render. Short. Fast. Done. That should speed things up. That's better. Okay, let's take a block of dirt. And if you look, I put this up here, and I get a shovel. Look how fast this thing goes. Pretty nice. Alright, next thing I need is 2, and that gives me a redstone pickaxe. And 3 gives me a redstone axe. Okay, let's see how the redstone axe does. Very good. And the pickaxe, we have to find some stone. Okay, so I'm back, and I did find a piece of obsidian, and now we're going to mine it with our redstone pickaxe. Now I want you to notice how fast this is going to be. Bam. This is actually faster than a diamond pickaxe. And notice we harvest it, so the code is correct. We can harvest everything with this pickaxe. And the other thing I want you to know is that the reason why this is so quick in harvesting it is because of its efficiency. Now, diamond efficiency is not as good as gold efficiency, and because we used gold as the base material, it'll harvest it a lot faster than diamond. Diamond's an 8, this is a 12. The other thing to note is if you decided to go with stone, it would take much longer to harvest that block of obsidian. So again, it's up to you. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's get out of here and let's get back here. Okay, so we've effectively created these new items: pickaxe red, spade red, and we have already had the red axe, but they work properly. We've done some shapeless recipes, and everything seems to be working just fine. So that's all I have for you today, but remember to be on the lookout for my bonus videos. They should be coming out anytime. I'm not going to say a day because it all depends on what I have during the day, but you will see at least one between now and our next Come Mod With Me tutorial. So look out for those bonus tutorials, and if you haven't subscribed, I would suggest doing so that you can get a hold of these bonus tutorials when they come out instead of having to find them later on. Don't forget to like and to comment. It really helps my channel out. I'm doing this for you guys, so let me know that you like it if you like it. Also, if you comment a question, if you put a question in the comments section, I will do a tutorial on that comment if I haven't done so already. So someone made a comment about crafting tables, about crafting, and I'm going to get in there and I'm going to show you all the different types of crafting that you can do. Like I showed you a little bit with the shapeless recipe, but we'll get into more detail about how to craft different things. And that, like I said, it'll only be 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll do on more properties for the sword. I know someone had a question about that. So if you have a question or would like to see a tutorial, it's only going to be 5 to 10 minutes, so make sure it's not on a massive topic, but a very specific thing. I can make that tutorial for you. Anyway, this is XaedBlade signing off. I hope you'd enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.